Are you all right? I got here as soon as I could.
It's nothing a little rest won't cure.
Nothing. When Vicky called me, she said you had some sort of attack.
No, it's just a little dizziness, that's all.
Dad, I've been worried about you ever since you got out of Eterna.
I'm fine. Now, honest, Megan, there's nothing for you and Vicky to worry about.
Ah, I'm sorry to interrupt your visit. I just got your father's test results back from the lab.
Okay, Doc. Give it to me straight. I can handle it.
Okay, the place is ready for inspection. You know, Max, I'm not so sure it was a good idea bringing little Al down here.
Are you kidding? Come on here. Sit up here, kiddo. He's in love with it already, aren't you, son? Yeah, you know what? This place could turn out to be our home.
Yo, Al, tell your father that what he's got in mind could be a major risk, if not a fatal mistake.
Yo, Al, tell your Uncle Rob he worries too much.
Max, I'm just urging a little caution before you roll the dice and lose everything.
Rob, the whole idea behind this is to not lose everything, especially my son. I don't know. I look around this room, and I can't think of a better place to start. Right? He agrees.
Admiring my handiwork?
Tina's, actually. She has a flair for the dramatic.
No comment.
You're, of course, jealous because she's done such a fine job.
Under my strict supervision. But I don't expect a compliment from you. I just have to look around and see what I did.
Well, fortunately, Alicia stepped in to finish the work and provided a much-needed subtlety.
That must be something new for you in your life.
Come here to trade barbs, Gabrielle?
I came here to thank you for hiring the lawyer. He's exactly what I'd hoped for.
Fine. You asked for the best, you got what you wanted.
Oh, and I have one other small favor. You won't refuse me, will you? Dove si trova il barbiere?
All right, I got the passports, I got CJ's vaccination records, and I got our flight reservations. We're all set.
Honey, none of that is going to do us any good if we don't learn how to speak the language. Dove si trova il barbiere?
Honey, what is it you keep saying over and over again?
Where is the barber shop?
Well, I think we'll need a few more phrases than that to get along in Milan, honey.
Honey, I'm working on my accent. Right now, I sound about as Italian as Pee Wee Herman. And with that, how are all those guys going to know, you know, the contractors and stuff, know what I want them to do if I can't tell them?
Honey, the only person you're going to have to worry about over there is Alicia.
Well, yeah, but what about when she finally gets the idea that I don't know what I'm doing and I can't do the job?
She is not going to get any such idea. You were going to do a fantastic job.
You have to say that. You're my husband.
No, I don't. Honey, I'm telling you, Alicia is going to be real proud of you. Otherwise, she never would have hired you. And I'm sure she's got somebody over there to interpret for you with all the workers. In the meantime, why don't you just have a good time? Have some fun, honey. That's what we want CJ to have, remember?
Fun. You're right. That's what this whole thing was about to start with, wasn't it?
Right. And you're going to be the queen of European design, and I'm going to take pictures of all the rich and famous people over there in Europe. It's going to be great. We're going to take that continent by storm.
Yeah, what did I do before I ever married you?
I don't know.
You always seem to know just the right thing to say to me, just the right thing to make me feel real secure and happy with myself.
Good.
In fact, with you by my side, I think I could do anything.
Oh, anything?
Anything.
No, you don't mean anything.
Well, if it isn't the toasts of Milan. I hope you don't mind my dropping by like this. I just wanted to make sure you were all set for your trip.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you to stop by. In fact, I was just telling Tina how grateful we were for the opportunity you've given us. Isn't that right, honey?
Yes, we're very grateful. And I know you've gone to a lot of trouble. I do. And that's why I feel terrible, but I'm sorry. I just can't do this.
Another favor?
Oh, this one's very simple. It's so easy, you could accomplish it with a flick of your hand.
Tell me, Gabrielle, how much would this one cost me?
Are we getting stingy in our old
No,
age?
tell me. I am deeply curious.
Well, you'd have to pay the same thing for somebody else. The money really doesn't matter. Besides, you will benefit from this deal.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to hire me as the manager of this hotel.
Ah, what a tremendous idea that is.
It is, isn't it? I knew you'd like it. This way you could spend more time with your family, knowing that the hotel is in capable hands.
And of course, you think Alicia would be thrilled by this terribly magnanimous gesture of yours.
Why would Alicia care who's looking after the hotel? Particularly if it's good for her hubby.
To Alicia, money isn't everything. But since you've asked me, I will give you the answer. Forget it.
But we work so well together.
We will work better apart. Now, if you want a letter of recommendation, I will lie and say that you have my wholehearted endorsement. But that is it.
What good is a letter of recommendation going to do me in this town? My reputation is hardly sterling.
And whose fault is that?
Michael, I have enough talent and guts to run several hundred hotels. But there's no way that I can do that in this town, because after a turn, I'd be lucky to get a job as a scullery maid. Please, I'm not just asking for this job for myself. I'm also doing it for Al. I must get him back, and the only way I can do that is to prove to the judge that I am a worthy parent. I need a well-paid job to prove that I can provide for him properly.
I am sorry. You have got to see this from my point of view. This hotel would not be as far along as it is if Alicia had not poured her own money into the project.
So?
She pays the bills. She makes the decisions.
I thought you said you weren't going to use your wife as an excuse
I am
anymore.
stating fact. There is no way Alicia is going to approve of your working here.
Oh, that's such a shame. For both you and her.
My. Another of your subtle threats.
No. Just simply following your example of stating fact. I don't think Alicia would like to know that you've been brought up on charges.
And now the gloves are off.
You've given me no choice, and as I have said before, the police would be very interested to know that you were the one who arranged for those wonderful forged passports. And if you do land up in jail, not only will Alicia lose her husband, but this Landview Grand Hotel will be about as popular as a cesspool. But then again, of course, it is your move, dear heart.
Well, I don't know. You think the owner's willing to sell?
I think he's practically willing to give it away. After all those problems with the passport forger, the policeman cracking down on all the clientele, this place hasn't exactly been setting attendance records.
Yeah, well, listen. You know the owner. I don't. But if he's willing to meet my price, I may have enough money left over from the mortgage on the ranch to get some fresh paint in this place. Maybe get a chair that wobbles. Of course, you may like that. And fix up that whole upstairs living space. This won't be just a business. Be a home.
Max, are you sure owning a bar is the image you want to project?
I don't have many options, Rob, or much time. The judge is going to make a decision on temporary custody of Al very soon. I have to show that I'm going to settle in Landview and establish a home for Al.
No question, but Gabrielle's bound to do the same. And she has that sweet little house to show the court. You have this place.
So I change the name to something more appealing. I print up some menus, that's it, and I'll hire a real good cook, and this will be a restaurant before you know it. And then I'll just completely redo the upstairs, and you'll have your own private room. And then what court is going to possibly see that I don't have everything to offer that Gabrielle does with that cute little house of hers?
Welcome back.
I'm sorry?
The old Max. The guy who would go crashing through a brick wall just to follow his dream. We missed him.
Thanks, Rob. But none of my dreams can compare to what I have right here, huh? Yep, there is no way I'm going to let Gabrielle or a court or a judge or even the Supreme Court take him away from me.
Max, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Hi, big guy.
Yeah, well, you found me. Tell me, John, what do you think of the place? Judge going to be impressed by it?
Well, you're going to find out sooner rather than later. The judge has set the custody hearing for today, Max.
Well, what is it, Larry? What did you find?
Well, we ran all the tests for the symptoms your father described. The headache, the fatigue, the dizziness.
Well, that's all there were. I hope you're not disappointed.
Dad, please. So what did the test results show?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, nothing that we can pinpoint. For now, the cause of your problems is still a mystery.
There's no mystery because there's no problem in the first place.
Well, Roger, I said we couldn't pinpoint the cause, but we did find something in your system.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
Now, look, you're upsetting her for no reason.
Well, it may not be for no reason, or maybe. I don't know. We have to run more tests.
No, absolutely not.
Dad, if Larry thinks it's best.
Roger, as your doctor, it's a necessity. We found some foreign substance in your blood, and until we find out what it is, we'll never know the answer.
You're wasting your time and mine, Larry. I feel fine now. All I need is a little rest, and I'll be ready to go home.
Roger, in all good conscience, I can't discharge you not until we get to the bottom of this.
Listen to him, Dad.
Look, I appreciate everyone's concern, but I don't want to spend one more second in this hospital when I'm perfectly...
Tina, did you honestly think that I would send you all the way to Italy armed with only a phrase book? Believe me, you don't have a thing to worry about. You see, the architect in charge of the hotel speaks fluent English.
See, there you go. I told you Alicia was going to think of everything, right?
Yeah. So he speaks fluent English, so then he'll find out even sooner that I don't know what I'm doing and I can't do the job.
Cord, does this sound like a bit of a case of stage fright to you?
Yeah, that would be a good name for it. Honey, please, Alicia, will you tell her that everything is going to be all right? You know, I keep telling her over and over again, but she doesn't seem to believe me because I'm just a loving husband talking
Well,
here.
all right, then, Tina, listen to me, will you? I don't believe in wasting my time or money on untalented people. I hired you to renovate the Hotel Grand Milano because I honestly believe that you are the best person for the job.
You really mean that?
Yes, I do.
See, honey, now everybody believes in you except for you. So will you get with the program here, please? I'm telling you, once you got to work there and you start doing things and you start telling people what you want, everything's going to be fine. All your doubts and all those anxieties are going to disappear.
Well, what if they don't?
Then I will be there with you, honey. I'll be there with you in Milan, and I can use my expert Italian to get you out of any tight situation.
Cord, I didn't realize that you spoke Italian.
Well, I don't, but don't.
All right, fine. I can't fight both of you, and you both seem to think I can do it, so, here we come, Milano.
Oh, that's the spirit, Tina.
There, honey, I knew you'd come around.
Great. Now, Cord, I am counting on you and CJ. Will you please make sure that this woman has a good time there?
Well,
it's not supposed to be torture, you know.
We are going to do our best.
Good. Well, I hope you both have a wonderful flight, and why don't you call me when you get settled?
Great.
Ciao.
Go ahead, honey. Say ciao. Ciao.
Ciao.
Oh.
What's Italian for help?
Oh, honey, will you please stop? I'm telling you, it is going to be fine. Now, listen, I'm going to go over to the banner, all right? I'm going to get all my photo equipment, and I'm going to get everything I need for this big trip of ours. Then I'm going to come back here, and the first thing I'm going to do is take you to the airport, all right? Please. No more bad thoughts.
Well, I can't promise you that won't happen, but I can promise you I will have CJ dressed and ready to go.
Good. CJ and his beautiful, talented mother, all right? Love you.
Love you.
No, this can't be today. I'm not ready to go to trial.
Now, we're ready or not, you're going, Max. Gabrielle's out on bail, and she's hired Blanchard Lovelace.
Oh, boy. Wait, what's the big secret here? Al and I seem to be the only ones who don't know who this guy is.
Well, I only know him by reputation, but he handles all those messy Hollywood divorces, and he never loses.
Well, it's a little bit easier when you play golf with the judges.
Are you saying that this Lovelace character uses influence with the judge to step up the hearing?
Yeah, but listen, don't worry about it. We've got a temporary custody hearing is all, and if we lose round...
No, we don't lose. We don't lose this round. We don't lose any round. What I want to know is where the hell Gabrielle got this kind of money. Someone explain that to me.
That's a good question. I mean, making bail is one thing, but a hotshot attorney like Blanchard Lovelace, he costs money.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Michael Grand.
You got
Yeah,
it.
well, listen, guys, maybe we should save this for the victory party. We've got to be in court in 1 hour, Max.
How am I going to find a babysitter for Al in less than an hour?
Why don't you ask Kim back at Lanphier? I'm sure she won't mind.
But I do. When I moved out of there, it was to settle down and make our own home so I could show I was a responsible person. But now
Look, Max, don't worry about it. You're going to have to see the judge as is, okay? We can't afford to be late. Now, let's go.
All right. Let me take Al to, I'll leave him with Kim, and then I'll meet you at the courthouse.
Is there anything I can do?
Yeah. You call the owner of the place, tell him he's got a sale. Come on, Squirt. Let's go win this.
Why can't you just let me rest?
Dad, a few minutes ago, you almost passed out.
It's just stress, a tension headache, right, Larry?
Well, you want me to tell you what you want to hear? I can't do that, Roger.
Do you know what's wrong?
No, I'm afraid not. I'm as much in the dark as I ever was. That's why you have to run more tests.
Look, Larry, I'm telling you...
No, I'm telling you. I'm the doctor, and as long as I'm the doctor and you're the patient on this case, I'm going to keep testing you until we find out what that substance is.
And if you stand up to Larry, you're going to have to fight me, too.
All right. I know when I'm outnumbered. Just leave me enough blood for a rainy day, okay?
All right. I'll get a nurse in here. She'll start procedure.
Well, you made the right decision, Dad, even though it took you forever to make it.
I only did it because the only way to convince you and Larry there's nothing wrong with me is to submit to these damn tests.
Why are you trying so hard to convince us? It's like you know something that you don't want us to find out about.
That's absurd. If I were sick, I'd want to be cured, but I'm not.
Well, what about these headaches? Have you ever had anything like this before?
What are you, my specialist now?
No, I'm just trying to find something out that might help the doctors. Now, what about other symptoms? Have you had any other than the headaches and the dizziness?
Look, Megan, I told you.
There is another symptom, isn't there, Dad?
I didn't tell Larry because I was sure it didn't mean anything. No, that's a lie. I'm worried that it does mean something. Whenever one of these headaches hit me, I see things.
Hallucinations?
No, they're much more real than that. It's like I'm transported.
Transported what, taken somewhere?
Somewhere, someplace, sometime. The first headache I had, I had the sense that I was in Eterna, struggling with one of the security guards.
Dad, that was years ago when you were a teenager. You told me about that on the mountain.
Yes, it was a long time ago. And then, all of a sudden, it happened again.
In a dream?
No, it was much more real than a dream. It wasn't like I was imagining it. It was as if I were living it. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking what's wrong with me is driving me out of my mind.
No.
But I'm not about to step off the deep end, sweetheart. It's like I told Larry. It's just the stress I've been under ever since Eterna.
Well, I know you all went through quite an ordeal down there, but...
I'm the only one suffering from these effects. I don't know how to explain that. All I know is given time, rest, and the love of my daughters, I'll get over this, whatever it is.
All right, Mr. Gordon. If you let me have your arm, please.
Eterna. The ordeal continues.
Tina, I'm glad I caught you before you took off. I wanted to say goodbye.
Well, goodbye, but what are you doing here?
I just left Al upstairs with Kim. I have a pressing date at the courthouse.
Oh, no. The custody suit?
I know. I thought I'd have plenty of time to prepare for the case, but Gabrielle's hotshot lawyer pulled a fast one. The judge decides temporary custody today.
Are you going to be okay?
I don't know. I'm trying not to be nervous. After all, it is only a temporary decision. Whichever way the court decides, the permanent custody hearing is down the road.
Well, I'll be sure to call to find out how everything's going.
I got a better idea. You run across one of those Italian good luck charms? You send it to me on one of those overnight carriers. What do you say?
You got it.
Great. Listen, I better get to the courthouse. You give all my best to Cord and CJ, all right?
Yeah, Max, wait. I know this is probably interfering. In fact, I'm sure that's what it is, but friends are supposed to be able to do that, right?
Tina, what are you talking about?
Well, don't be mad at me or anything, but I really think maybe you should reconsider this whole thing.
You're talking about the custody case? Tina, that's my son.
I know, and I know you're a wonderful father, but a child deserves both as parents. I mean, isn't there some way you can work out joint custody with Gabrielle? I really think joint custody would be best for everybody, especially Al.
In the best of all possible worlds, you are right. But I have tried and failed to convince Gabrielle to go for joint custody. She does not want to do what's best for Al. She just wants to keep him from me.
I can't believe any mother, even she, would do that.
Yeah.
Look, maybe I should postpone my trip a little so I can have a talk with her.
Look, I really appreciate that. It won't do any good.
No, I mean, we were friends. At least once we were. I mean, so if she'd listen to anybody, it's probably me.
No, ever since she came out of Eterna, she listens to one person, herself. Please, Tina, you'd just be wasting your time.
I'd be happy to try if it kept you from losing your son.
Tina, you are the best. But why don't you show that to the people in Milan? As for me this afternoon's just the beginning. Win or lose, I'm not going to stop fighting until I have permanent custody of my son.
Yeah, and I know when Max Holden gets like that, nobody can say no. I know, believe me.
Mm.
Good luck.
You have a safe trip. I gotta
Get out of here.
I don't want to threaten you, Michael.
Oh, but I forced you to it, didn't I?
I appreciate everything you've done for me. I know I'd still be in jail if you hadn't got me out. I know I wouldn't have stood a chance in hell against Max in court unless you got me a lawyer.
But you want more.
I want help, Michael, and there's no one else I can turn to in this town. Everyone treats me like I'm Typhoid Mary, but you are my confidant, my friend.
If that were true, you would understand the position I am in.
But I do understand better than anybody else, even your wife. And I'm convinced we would make very good partners still.
No, you don't understand. That is not me anymore.
Yes, I know. You told me things have changed. But deep down inside, you and I are still very much alike.
How do I make this clear to you once and for all? I am in love with my wife.
You don't think I'm foolish enough to suggest that we become lovers again? Oh, Michael, the flame died inside of me as much as it did in you. Now, the only partnership I'm interested in is business, strictly business. And I still believe we have a lot further to go.
We aren't going anywhere, Gabrielle. Now, if you'll excuse me, Alicia is meeting me here in a few minutes, and I would rather not be seen with you.
Oh, is that your way of trying to get rid of me? Come on, Michael, I think you can do better than that.
I'll talk to her about your becoming manager again. But it is her decision, and if she says no, which I think she will, then you just trot yourself into that police station and have your revenge. Because I'm tired of all the lies, and I'm not even gonna try and stop you.
Sweetheart, we won't get those lab results any faster by you wearing a trench in the floor.
No, it's not just the tests, Dad. I wish I could understand these hallucinations and dreams you've been having. Were there any others besides the one about the guard in Eterna?
Yeah, I had one this morning when Vicky came by. It was about her.
Were you in Eterna again?
In the tunnel. 25 years ago. Victoria appeared before me. She was the same lovely 17-year-old girl I knew before. She was telling me how worried she was about me. How she just had to come and see me. I was telling her that she couldn't stay. You have to leave, Victoria. Leave now. If the guards catch you, they'll never let you go. As much as I want you, as much as I love you, Victoria, you have to go. Some imagination your old man has, huh?
Dad, stop joking.
I guess some hallucinations are so nice, they're really worth having a migraine over.
I heard you. I could tell that that affected you. What if the next time that happens...
Look, there's no reason for you to worry about me.
Yeah, that's what you said all last time. Dad.
No. I have the best daughters and the best doctors looking after me. How can I help but get better?
Darling, it was very sweet of you to meet me at the entrance, but I honestly don't need the VIP treatment. Do I take it to mean you approve of all the renovations?
Absolutely. You did a fabulous job.
Well, thank you. Actually, Tina gets most of the credit, but she has a very hard time believing it. I stopped by Land Fair to see Tina and Cord before they leave for Italy. I haven't been able to think of anything else since.
Well, what's the matter? You sorry you gave her the job?
Oh, no, I'm sure she's going to do a wonderful job. She's the one that isn't so sure. It has me wondering if maybe I shouldn't go to Milan with her.
What?
Well, just for a few days, just to introduce her to all the people she'll be working with. What do you think?
I suppose that's something to consider. Alicia, I have something to tell you.
What?
I could lie like I would have before Eterna, but I'm through with that. I want you to know exactly what's going on.
Michael, what is it?
It's Gabrielle. She's back in our lives. At least she wants to be. And unless we cooperate, Well, she's making threats.
What kind of threats? I mean, she doesn't have anything to hold over you anymore. Or does she?
She was arrested for carrying forged passports.
Well, yes, I know that, and I also know that you promised to help her get out of the country. It doesn't take a genius to put two and two together.
Well, she threatened to go to the police about my involvement and all that if I didn't bail her out.
Which, I take it, you did. All right. I understand your position. You did it to protect yourself and your family. I don't like it, but I suppose you felt you had no choice.
No, I didn't. However, her demands didn't stop at that.
What else does she want?
A lawyer, and not just any lawyer, for her custody battle. So I had to arrange for Blanchard Lovelace.
Blanchard Lovelace? My God, that's going to cost us a fortune.
Yes, I know. But what the hell could I do?
Nothing, I suppose. Is there something else?
Isn't that enough?
Yes. But are you sure, Michael? Are you really finished with Gabrielle?
I don't have to act sincere. I sincerely want my son back. He means everything to me.
That's good. Very good, but I'm going to need you to be a little more emotional when we go in front of this particular judge.
I beg your pardon? I thought it was best to be oneself at a time like this.
Well, that's good advice. A lot of losing lawyers swear by it.
All right, I'll listen.
Smart lady. See, this judge happens to be a friend of mine. He's very fair, extremely impartial. But there are ways to deal with him and also to try to conceal the weakness of your case.
The charge is brought up against me.
Exactly. And unless Holden's lawyer is a complete idiot, he is going to exploit those charges. And he's going to paint you as a common felon.
Well, how do we get around those? I was carrying fake passports.
You assume the offensive. The emotional angle, remember? You tell the judge that you were terrified of losing your child. Max had already denied you access to him in Texas, right? As far as you knew, he was going to take Al back there and you were never going to be allowed to see your son again.
It was a very foolish move and I never should have done it, but I did it for Al's sake. Any loving mother in my position would have done the same thing.
Oscar time.
I meant that.
Now, of course you did. That's good. And if you are half as sincere in that room when we go in there, Al will be eating his carrots and peas with his mommy tonight.
Well, let's not count the carrots and peas too soon. Here comes Max and his lawyer. And John Russell is not a pushover.
Oh, I've heard he's good.
What are you doing?
This is the way the game is played, love. Everything begins with a show of confidence. Blanchard Lovelace.
John Russell. Looking forward to crossing swords with you, Blanchard.
Goodness. I hope it doesn't come to that.
John, weren't you saying that you had a question or two for Mr. Lovelace?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, I do. You don't mind, do you, Blanchard? Just a question on procedure. Listen, I'd like to know your thoughts on.
I presume there's a reason you wanted them to leave us alone.
I was hoping we wouldn't need them at all. It's not too late, Gabrielle. Before we start this process and put our son through a legal three-ring circus, isn't there some way we can settle this issue between us? You remember the story of King Solomon, don't you?
Oh, joy of joys. Now I'm being preached at by Brother Max.
Solomon had to decide which of two women loved a child more. So he decided to divide the child equally among the two with his sword.
When do we get to pass the collection plate? Can I sing my favorite hymn?
You know what I'm trying to say. Is that what you want with our son? Do you want to split him in two? Divide him between his parents? We both love him equally. Now, isn't there some way we can share that love along with the responsibility that goes with it?
Bravo. Very good sermon. I might have been able to respond the way you would like me to before, but not now.
The hell with the lawyers and the judge. We can stop this right now. We can decide this ourselves.
You decided the outcome the day you painted me as an unfit mother.
I was just reacting to your sneaking off with my son.
He is my son, too.
Our son. Can we please just start from scratch, just forget all our grievances, and maybe come to some sort of fair arrangement?
Why all of a sudden do you want to be fair? You're afraid, aren't you?
Gabrielle, listen to me.
I am listening, and I can hear it in your voice. You see that I've hired a superior lawyer, and you think you just might lose.
The only one that's going to lose in this is Al. This may just be a temporary hearing case, but it is going to set the ground rules for what's to come in the future. Now, we have got to find some common ground. Otherwise,
No.
Al's gonna...
Not temporary, not permanently. I'm going to win, and there's not anything you can do about it.
I should have known better. It's not your love of Al that brought you here. You just want to see me twisting in the wind, don't you?
You've said your piece, and I've responded. Now let's drop it.
Let's not!
You let go of me!
You want to fight? Okay, lady, you have got a fight. But I got some news for you, a real flash. You're gonna be the one that loses. You got that?
Max, everything okay?
Oh, John, your client has decided to play vigilante. It must be the Texas dirt in his veins.
Over here, old buddy, come on. I want to confer, Max. Max, now.
You're okay.
You had just better win.
Look, you can't let her get to you, Max.
She's so damn selfish, John. The idea of her winning custody of my son.
Yeah, well, the quickest way to lose custody of your son is to lose your temper. Come on, pull it together so we can face the judge, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll step inside. The hearing's about to begin.
Michael, if we are really going to be honest with each other, darling, it can't be halfway. Now, I want to know now. Is Gabrielle truly out of our lives, or does she want something else from me?
Sweetheart, you have to understand.
Understand what?
Just that she's been able to manipulate me at every turn. But that is the end of it. There is nothing going on now, and there's not going to be anything going on in the future between us, professionally or any other way. I want you to know that. I also don't want you wasting your time worrying about Gabrielle Medina. Maybe it is a good idea if you go to Milan.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
No, never. But you'll feel better if you get Tina off on the right foot. You could relax and visit some of our old friends. You might as well enjoy yourself before we're knee-deep in diapers and formula.
Well, if you really think it's a good idea.
Well, under the circumstances, maybe it's an inspired idea. And hopefully by the time you come back, Gabrielle will have won her custody battle and be nothing but a distant memory.
Okay, now that's enough about my life. I want you to tell me what's going on in yours.
Well, what is there to say? I go to the studio and I work hard all day. Then I go home and memorize my lines and get ready for the next day's taping.
Ooh, well, that sounds pretty glamorous. Where does Max fit in?
Max Holden? He doesn't.
Look, honey, I know he's back in town, and I know it's for more than just getting custody of his child.
What other reason would he have?
Well, I would say being in love with you is a pretty good reason.
Max in love with me? That's about as unlikely as my being in love with Max. Oh, Dad. I don't even know what to think anymore about me and Max. I mean, I still care for him, but the thought of putting my trust in him again...
Well, I don't blame you for being cautious, honey.
Oh, it's not just that. I'm furious at him for having dumped me.
That's another story. You know, if I were you, I'd let go of that anger. If you do, I think you'll find all your confusion will go away, and then you and Max can have a second chance.
A second chance? Dad, are you advising me to just forget everything? To take Max back as if nothing has happened?
Something happened, all right. You fell in love. And I don't think you felt about any other man the way you feel about Max.
Yeah, well, it's called indigestion.
No, baby. You remember when we were up on the mountain and I told you don't fall in love, truly in love, every day of your life. If it happens once, you're lucky.
The way you feel about Vicky?
That's right. If you feel the same way about Max, don't make the same mistake I did. You'll regret it the rest of your life.
We got the test results back.
Were they more conclusive?
I'm afraid so.
Will you let us know the minute you hear anything, okay?
Say bye-bye.
Yes, CJ's on the line. Say bye, honey.
Bye, Becky. Come here.
Well,
Come with Daddy.
you give our love to Roger, okay? Yeah. All right, and I know. If you all believe in me, then I guess I should believe in myself too, right?
Hey, give her our love, too.
Okay, and Cord and CJ, as you know, send their love. You know how to get a hold of us, right? The Hotel Grand Milano. And just ask for the Familia Roberts.
Huh?
Yeah, I love you too. Bye.
So any news about Roger?
Yeah, he has to go through a whole second series of tests.
Ooh, sounds kind of serious, huh?
Yeah, it does. Honey, do you think we're being selfish leaving town now?
No, honey, come on. What good would it do for Roger if we postpone our trip at this point? Believe me, I'd love to stay right now and find out exactly what's going to happen out with Max in this custody hearing. Again, what good would it do?
Well, we could give support to everybody who needs us.
Yeah, well, right now I got some priorities. It sounds like you need a little support yourself.
Honey, I'm not trying to get out of this.
Good, because you better not, because all your friends and all your family know that you're going to go to Milan and you're going to conquer it. In fact, we expect it. So you're not going to let all of us down, right, Siege?
Yeah, well, you two make it just a little bit hard for a girl to be scared, don't you, honey?
Well, being scared is all right. Don't you think scared is all right? But we don't like quitting. That's right. See, he says so, Sue.
Yeah. Well, I guess everybody's just a phone call away, aren't they?
See? Now you're talking. Now, listen, Heron's already loading the car. He's putting all the luggage in and all my photo equipment. And then we're going to be all set to go. Right?
Yeah, he just needs his coat.
Oh, right. Ooh.
Watch out.
We'll let Heron get that. Okay. Wait a minute. Honey, listen, I thought you said you were going to leave the butterflies behind. Here, you want to put your arm in here, honey?
I know, honey. It's
Come on,
just all the memories here. I mean, I love this house and everybody in it so much.
Well,
I'm
that's
just
all
going to
right.
miss him, even though I know it's just for a little while.
Honey, you know, I remember reading on the ticket, the airline ticket. It says it's all right. It says you can bring one bag on the airplane with you, and you can also bring all the memories you can carry. So come on, family. As they say in Milano, andiamo. As soon as you put your coat on, come here. Put your arm in here. In here.
I'll help you, honey.
Come on, we can do it. One. Let's do one. There we go.
Oh, here, babe.
See, you don't want to leave.
Larry, if the lab came up with something, tell me what it is.
Did you find out what's lurking in my dad's bloodstream?
Well, yes and no. There you go again. There's either something wrong with me or there's not.
Dad, Larry is trying to tell you.
We found a highly toxic substance in your system. As yet, we have not been able to identify it.
Well, if you can't identify the substance, can you at least tell us what it's doing to my father?
Come on, Larry. It can't be as bad as all that.
I'm afraid it is, Roger. Whatever this substance is, it's slowly poisoning you.
I have been through some fights in my life. Bar rooms, bunkhouses, back alleys, but nothing quite like this. All those motions, objections, and all the while the future of our son at stake.
Yeah. It was more like a surgical room than a courtroom, and those lawyers and that judge were just like the surgeons chopping Al into little pieces.
And us. You all right?
Of course. And after I've heard your plans of how to raise our son, I'm more convinced than ever that I'm doing the right thing. A bar? You think a bar is the right place to raise Al?
As I explained to the judge, it's not
I
like
heard
a bar
exactly
for long.
how you explained it. Fresh paint and a new name isn't going to change the place. It's still a sleazy joint that only you belong in, not my son.
Okay, that's it. I've tried to be halfway human to you, but from now on, let me tell you, there are no more rules, lady. You got that? Well, from the looks of things, I'd say they rendered in my favor, John. Am I right?
That is right, partner.
I can't thank you enough. That's great.
Tell me this isn't true.
Well, we gave it our best shot.
Your best shot! Max has got Al, I don't.
Would you relax? This is a preliminary ruling. They may have won the battle, but we'll still win the war. Now, come on, I want to discuss our next move with you.
Just a second. Congratulations.
Like I told you, nobody wins in this fight.
No, you're wrong, Max. Congratulations on winning the first round. And enjoy Al while you can, because the next time we meet in court, I'm going to win, and you, well, you'll just be the same as you've always been.
Gabrielle, come on.
Just want them to know exactly where we stand. Be prepared for the fight of your life, Max. Because there's no way on earth I'm going to let you steal Al away from me.